Yo, what's up? It's Money Mando. I'm here to answer some questions from Sounds of the Future.
I love you, 508.
I go to St. John's, but I'm from DC. I rap. I'm not really a rapper. I call myself an artist. I do a little bit of everything if you go listen to my music. I grew up in Washington, DC. I live in Maryland now. If you, It's not really just, the capital and all that. It's a lot of crazy shit that go on there, I ain't gonna lie. Music always been a big part of my life. When I was younger, I used to always rap, the lunch table freestyles in class and shit. That's what we all did, but I used to write. I always wanted to be a rapper when I was younger, but my mom always used to shut me down. And then it was times we used to rap at lunch. When I was in like 6th grade, one of my friends named Angelo, he bought some studio time for his birthday. I don't know if it was Angelo or another nigga. It was another nigga. I don't remember. But they bought studio time and I made a song. It was my first song. It was a good song. I don't know. I'm saying it was good. It's probably ass. I ain't gonna lie. But that's when I started. But I ain't really get into the studio consistently till 2 years ago. I was rapping with Rod Torres. I feel like a lot of y'all probably know him already. The DMV, it's an acquired taste. Like, if you're not from there, you're not gonna really understand it. A lot of the lyrics is personal. They be targeted to other people, or it's just like if you know type of thing, So a lot of people want to understand the beats be real fast paced. It's hard to understand it if you're not from there. And they got heavy accents that you might not understand, but it's a lot of like good music out there. It's a lot of good artists. Like, people do a lot of different things. It's a lot of versatility there. That's why I feel like I get a lot of creative inspiration from in a lot of my music, because there's people out there that do drill, drag, like they like do a lot of aggressive stuff, and then some people do calm stuff. Like, Pay Hill do some conscious stuff and talk about his life and his pain and stuff like that. You can draw a lot of inspiration from a lot of the things they do. Like, it's a lot of versatility there that people might not know about. The studio sessions of the movie, it's like when you go there, it's a lot of creative flows going on. Like, everybody doing their own thing and nobody sounds the same. Everybody different. So it's like when you go there, you might get some raw wave type of shit. You might get some Don Toliver type of shit from yesterday. That was crazy. You might get some rapping shit. You might get a whole lot of different things there. It's a lot of people that come in and out the studio. We all do a lot of different things. The vibe is crazy. Like, it's never a time where we sitting there not creating something or trying something new, or at least like, building our sound. I believe I'm versatile to the point where I could do a lot of different beats and sounds. And I believe a lot of my inspiration comes from the music I listen to. I listen to a lot of different music. Like, I wouldn't pinpoint one artist, but rapper-wise, I say Gunna inspired me a lot early on. But like now, I listen to a lot of R&B. I listen to a lot of alternative music. It kind of inspired me and shaped my sound in different ways that I wouldn't even predict when I first started. But mainly, I feel like I'm versatile to the point where I rap to the beat, not more so my own flow. So I just feel like I'm more open to experimenting with different flows. Like, it just comes naturally to me instead of me just relying on something I always do. So Death of BandLab was a project. I wanted it to be like my best songs from a time period when I was stuck on BandLab. Like, me and Ryan was locked in the studio every day. We didn't know how to use any other software, so we was just stuck on BandLab. And we was making hits, but it wasn't like hits that, the mixing and all that stuff ain't there. It's not really what you want. But we said, BandLab, these songs can't just sit in the vault. Some of these got to go out because they was good. So then it used to be to the point where like we would just mix them as best as we could and then drop some of them. But I had an idea. I was going to make Death of BandLab. When we finally learned how to use Logic, we was done with BandLab. Like, I'm not using this no more. So I made that project, release my best BandLab songs I thought I had, and then put them out there on Death of BandLab because it was the end of BandLab. No more of that. But, we still use it sometimes. But for Porn Problems, it was really a stage in my life where, I don't know, I was kind of lost. It was this summer, and I was just in the studio every day. I was thinking about what I could rap about, what's meaningful to talk about. A lot of things don't be meaningful to talk about anymore. You kind of get tired of saying the same things, You can't just talk about money, drugs, and the things you usually talk about. I wanted to be a little bit more substance on that album, EP. I wanted to be a little bit more conscious and talk about things that I was actually feeling. Not more so like, from a general standpoint. But if you relate, which a lot of people say they do, I feel like, it's a good listen to. Industry wise, I think music going in a great direction because it's a lot more creativity now. Because of TikTok, social media, like the ability to be famous is became way different. Like you don't have to fit an industry standpoint anymore. You can come out with a completely new sound and it will blow up because of TikTok. You don't have to rely on the big labels and things like that to put your music out there. So a lot more creativity is flowing through the industry right now. Like, and it's okay to be different because it didn't used to be. Like it was harder to have a different sound back in certain days, but now it's you could be different. Like I feel like Lil Uzi and them, they paved the way for a lot of the artists now to just come out and just do whatever they want. I feel like the industry is going in a great direction because of that. I'll say it's the content creation. It's hard to consistently get content if you don't know what you're doing, and it's hard to rely on other people to give you content, well, to make you content that you need consistently. You got to really have a hustle to have a lot of good content going on, like to have on your page. You got to post very often. If you're usually not a person that posts, you might be an introvert. It's hard to be out there posting every day. You got to post music. You got to drop songs. You got to do a lot. You got to interact with a lot more people than you would usually have to do. That's content for you. That's probably the hardest part to me. I feel like they tie together, honestly, because loyalty is often strained when the person feels disrespected. Because loyalty and when snake things happen, it's usually not because someone naturally does it. It's usually because they feel disrespected. So respect starts and loyalty follows to me, honestly. Because when I meet someone, how can I owe you loyalty? I don't even know you. Like, we got to build respect with each other before we can be loyal to each other. Because how do I know what you would do in a situation? I can't trust you. Success, to me, it's not really a super rich thing. It's more so a satisfaction thing. Like, you're satisfied with everything around you. Like, you don't want for anything else. This is the best you could possibly want. Like, for everybody, that's different. Let's say I want $100 million. You might not want $100 million in your life. You might want to just be able to have a house and kids and, But let's say I want more for myself. Success is being able to fulfill what you wish to have in your life, to me. Signing with a label, I mean, it's kind of difficult. Because to be honest, nowadays, being independent seems way more beneficial than signing to a label. Like, a lot of independent artists seem to be doing way more well off than people who signed early. Like, honestly, it would have to be the right offer for me. Like, it has to be something that's flexible for me, not like me totally giving over my rights like a lot of people do. I want to be able to still make the independent type of money that certain artists do make. But to answer the question like directly, I don't think I would sign to a label right now. Especially because I don't really believe they'll offer too much right now. Like if it was a good offer, then yeah, I would consider it. I got a project dropping November 2nd. Tune in, it's called My Vibe. And me and Torres probably he has an album coming out. It's soon. He's in album mode right now. Y'all gotta tune in, tap in, mark it on y'all calendars. I'm most likely gonna be on it. It's gonna be a whole lot of other artists. Jedi Knight, Squill. There's gonna be a whole lot of other producers on there. MVPL, that's us. We all gonna be on there. We probably gonna have an MVPL tape too. We got MVPL ciphers. We probably got like 5 of those. We probably gonna do them here. So y'all gonna tune in. We gonna be on those soon. It's probably gonna be a lot of us right here instead of just me. Just don't listen to what nobody gotta say. Honestly, if you wanna make the certain type of music you wanna make, you should. You shouldn't just sit here and make music because the people around you making this certain type of music, or you shouldn't make music because the city you in making this certain type of music. You should make what you want to make. People gonna say you suck because people might not understand the creativity behind your music. But if it's good, people want to tune in. There's a lane for everybody out there. Do what makes you satisfied. Don't do what makes anybody else satisfied. Don't drop because people want you to drop. Drop when you want to drop. Make what you want to make. Be as creative as you can because music is your art. They not making it with you. They can tell you to make all this stuff, but what if it's not working for you? Maybe you might not be a drill artist. Maybe you might be an R&B artist, and vice versa. It's a lot of crazy things in music. You might gotta experiment and find out what you actually like.
I love you, 508.